Every state in India has a particular recipe which is synonymous to its culture and people. Whenever you talk to a Bengali or talk about Kolkata, you can induce a Rasgulla anytime. This juicy, rubbery, tasteful wonder can be easily tagged as the king of Indian sweets. Why are we talking about it? Let's just make it. I'm going to start with boiling 1 liter of cow's milk. While the milk is boiling, I'm going to dissolve half a teaspoon of citric acid in 2 tablespoons of water. Make sure all the granules have dissolved completely. Keep stirring periodically because otherwise the milk is going to start sticking to the bottom. Once the milk comes to a complete boil, turn off the flame and let it cool down for 7 to 8 minutes. Remove the foam and a thin layer of cream that is formed on the milk. After removing the cream, I'm going to add the citric acid water and stir very slowly. Don't be in a hurry to stir, otherwise the milk will not curdle properly. The milk is curdled properly and you can see the paneer being formed, and the paneer should curdle in big lumps. If it curdles in very small lumps, that means it's going to dry out and your rasgullas are not going to be proper. After the milk is curdled, let the paneer cool down completely in the water. Don't strain it, otherwise the paneer will go hard. After the paneer is cooled down completely in the water, I'm going to strain it in a cloth. Don't squeeze out any of the water. Just pick up your cloth and tie a knot and hang it somewhere and let it naturally drain out all the water. 1 liter paneer will take exactly 1 hour to drain out all the water. Don't hang it for more than an hour. The paneer is drained for 1 hour, and now on the same cloth I'm going to knead the paneer. With my wrist I'm going to rub the paneer against the cloth with very light hands. Don't knead it like a dough. This helps in making the paneer completely smooth in case there are any kind of lumps or granules. And now I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon corn flour, half a teaspoon maida, and I'm going to mix everything together. I'm going to add a small pinch of baking powder and mix it. Don't put a lot of pressure, otherwise the paneer is going to ooze out all the butter. And the paneer for the rasgulla is ready. Let's make the sugar syrup for the rasgullas. To make rasgullas of 1 liter, take a 1.5 liter vessel. I'm going to add 2.5 cups of sugar, 3.5 cups of water, and now I'm going to start boiling this. Keep stirring till the sugar crystals dissolve. After the water starts boiling, boil the syrup for 6 to 7 minutes by the clock. I'm going to shape the rasgullas. I'm going to divide the paneer into small equal parts and make a very tight ball. Before adding the rasgullas in the syrup, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of water and bring it back to a boil. Once the syrup starts boiling, I'm going to add the rasgullas one by one. After adding the rasgullas in the syrup, let them boil for 5 minutes by the clock, and then I'm going to add half a cup of water mixed with 1 teaspoon of maida. Till then, don't even touch the rasgullas with any kind of a spoon or anything. Don't try to move them, otherwise they're going to break. After 5 minutes, I'm going to add the water mixed with plain flour. Add it slowly because you have to keep the syrup boiling constantly, and you can see how big the rasgullas have turned out. After adding the plain flour water, you can see all these sugar impurities coming on the surface. Just get rid of them because otherwise it's going to settle onto the rasgullas. Just add a little bit of water. If you feel that the sugar syrup is become very thick, and now you can move the rasgullas with a blunt spoon if they don't have any space. And after adding the plain flour water, I'm going to boil it for another 5 minutes. I'm going to add half a cup of water. Keep it boiling at all time. Flip them over a little bit. And again, I'm going to let them boil for another 5 minutes by the clock. At the end of 5 minutes, I'm going to add 2 cups of water very slowly. Let it boil continuously. After adding the last 2 cups of water, boil them for 2 minutes and then turn off the flame. And let them cool down completely for at least 2 to 3 hours in the syrup. While they are cooling, they are still cooking. Don't get intimidated if it doesn't turn out to be good at the first time. Making rasgullas requires some amount of practice. You can ask me if you have any queries. Do subscribe to Rajshri Food. See you next time. Bye-bye.